Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the spokesperson of Visitor 751, visitor751.com being my business powered by Shopify. Currently, having started telling my story through video recently, being inspired by having been permanently suspended by Etsy, which was a marketplace I built on top of my Shopify store as another alternative to make income with. Recently, Etsy permanently suspended my account, having, I built it up throughout the year. I had all these 5-star reviews. I had built a community of followers and people liking my products on there. I had, spent hours and hours of time on building up the titles and SEO tags, which took hours. And so, anyways, they kept I listed 6,400 listings, 6,200 listings, somewhere around that. And they kept $1,200 of my money that I spent on those listings for Q4, because this is when I put all these listings up, because this is when I was expecting to make the money, all the holidays, the seasons, and everything going on. This is when everybody starts to make purchases. So here I am, put all this effort in, built up this big store throughout the year, spent probably $1,000 on marketing and advertising on the Etsy website alone, and finally had starting to get some sales rolling in, and all of a sudden they shut down my account without reason. So the whole point of this video here is to tell you I filed a report with the Better Business Bureau and also with the Federal Trade Commission, and it was actually super simple to do, and I recommend everybody who's had problems with Etsy to do so, because I can see that there is a large amount of people that have also dealing with these types of problems that are similar to mine, on a smaller scale in many cases, because I had 6,200 listings at 20 cents a piece. I paid $1,200 to get those all listed up. Most people are fortunate to have only 100 listings or so, which only costs them like $20. And if Etsy takes their money, it's not going to cost them financially as much. I also had to spend more time on all the titles and tags. So this made me super upset, and I went to the Better Business Bureau and FTC, filed reports, and it was super simple, honestly. It took about 5 minutes to file with the Better Business Bureau. All they ask is for some basic information about who you are, and then they ask you to write up what happened to you, and I told them the whole story I just shared here. And it feels really good to put that out and get that onto, so then it makes other people aware, and it spreads the message so that other people become aware of what's happening with this business and what Etsy's doing to different sellers and also buyers, apparently. If you go onto their X page, their Twitter X page, every single time Etsy makes a post, that you look at the comments, and everybody in like 50 to 70% of the comments that are left under their posts, they leave these like happy posts like, I hope everybody's having a great day and buying stuff on Etsy today. And underneath the post, it's just like everybody's like, my account got suspended for this reason, that reason, that reason. And it's ridiculous to see all of that on X.com. You can search on X.com, which I've done on the search bar. If you type in Etsy suspension or Etsy ban, you'll see like people every day listing problems that they've been banned and suspended for without reason. Same kind of issue where they get this message from Etsy saying your account has been suspended. And in some cases it's worse than mine. They've been on the platform for years, like 8 years, 10 years, and all of a sudden their account gets shut down without reason. And that's horrible, because they built this, like, having been on there a year, and how much time I spent on the platform building up the community and like following the terms of service, which are strict. All my designs, for example, on my print on demand products are I have the rights to use them, whereas a lot of people on Etsy, they cheat the system and they're getting away with it. They're selling Disney designs and designs from big companies that are basically illegal, and they get away with it somehow. I don't know why Etsy lets them get away with it. They have been on the Etsy for years, and you can see their account has made thousands and thousands of dollars in sales, and they're getting away with it. And then Etsy's shutting down small businesses like mine and possibly yours if you're listening to this. So filing with the Better Business Bureau and the FTC is a great first step, and it really does make you feel good inside to take that step. And it only takes like 5 minutes, especially the Better Business Bureau. I recommend everybody go to that and get that done with. And I'd like to see this turn into something where we can change the future for small businesses, so that people know what they're getting into when they join Etsy, that this is something that's happened to so many people. And you can look at all of the Better Business Bureau reviews. They're all bad about Etsy. And they all have, like, everything that you see on the X.com Twitter about Etsy is also written on the Better Business Bureau. And I actually had the Better Business Bureau like one of my posts that I wrote about Etsy on X.com, just showing, like, if they're liking my posts that I wrote about my story on X.com, it shows that the Business Bureau is actually paying attention probably to some of the things that is going on with Etsy, because they're seeing it too, that Etsy's been doing all of these horrible things to small businesses. So the CEO, Josh Silverman, is the CEO of Etsy, and I think we need to start focusing on him. He has a X.com Twitter account, and he hasn't posted for like a long many months, and I can see why. I'd assume he's probably worried and like afraid to post, because every time he makes a post, he gets all these posts underneath it, just like the Etsy.com does, about the people that are upset with Etsy and how the Etsy's been treating them. So when we signed up for Etsy, we signed this agreement with Etsy that we wouldn't do any type of class action against Etsy, so that takes that off the table. Otherwise, there would probably be a class action at this very moment, I would assume. I don't know how law works, because I'm no lawyer, obviously. And, I'm a business person, if anything, and I'm thinking, like, what if we file a class action lawsuit against Josh Silverman? Is that possible? I don't know, but I think that Josh Silverman we should put his name onto some of the posts that we're making on X, and like get him to speak, if we can, to on some of the stuff that's going on. And we want to hear his story here, and why this has been happening to so many sellers and hurting so many small businesses, especially like how we're starting off and like we work so hard and then we just get our account shut down. That's not cool when we're following the terms of service and everything. So I wanted to point that out. This has been a kind of a long video. I'm going to make more videos going into this. Make sure to file a report with the Better Business Bureau and the Federal Trade Commission as well. That only took about 5 minutes as well, and it really can make a difference. So I'll see you all soon. Peace out, and I'll be sharing more on this story as well. I have my business on Shopify now, visitor751.com, with 16,000 products and over 751 plus designs, and I'm looking to build on that. And there's always problems building businesses. That's what we can expect as business builders, and this is one of the problems that I faced. And it's inspired me to start making videos. This particular one, having $1,000 is a lot to me at my, especially I think a lot of people around my age, $1,000 is a lot of money, especially during these hard times when inflation is up and everything. So to see that was just taken from me, and it's more than that. It's like bigger than that. It's like the fairness to it. All these people up there with their Disney designs, and right during Q4, I had my account up for a whole year already, and I'd already had a lot of the listings I had renewed them and paid 20 cents to renew the listings, and they all of a sudden, right in Q4, when all these sales were supposed to come in, it seems kind of nefarious, like possibly somebody at Etsy, and this is me thinking, like, thoughts, opinion, that somebody that's working at Etsy might have shut my account down, and might be actually, like, there's a lot of designs on Etsy that get stolen from other creators and then sold. Somebody that's working at Etsy might have actually be selling my designs on their products and be a competitor of mine, and that's why they shut my account down, as a possibility as well. So there's questions that we have, and we'd like to see, hopefully, the Josh Silverman or somebody speak on this from the Etsy business itself, because obviously we're all we see on Etsy, on X.com. If we try to contact them, I've tried to contact them multiple ways, and they have not contacted me back, like through email, through the platform of Etsy itself. I think X.com is the best way to reach out to businesses of all kinds of these days. So reaching out on X.com, every single time the Etsy replies, they have a generic reply of like, please give us your, if they do reply, it's usually like, give us your name of your business, and then they never get back to you. It's this kind of like robotic thing that they have going on. Anyways, I'm going to end this video off, because I should have ended it, because there's much more to come. See you all soon, and see you soon, and yeah, peace. I kind of enjoy making these videos, and I've been inspired to start sharing my story and putting my face out there, and I am a real person. I actually am human, unlike some of the robots that reply to us from Etsy, which is like completely unfair, because the way that Etsy built its uh, platform is, it says keep commerce human, and the reality is they're doing everything other than that by responding to us in these robotic ways and canceling accounts that have been following all of the terms of service. Many accounts get shut down right away as soon as they open an account and make their first listing. They get these permanent suspensions, and it's super odd. I don't know if they're picking and choosing people based on something or other. It's so odd, and I'd like to share the story of mine, and I'm sure there's other people sharing the story as well. And let's get this word out there, and make sure others are aware of it and what's going on with Etsy. And that there's other platforms now, like Public Square is one that just recently came out, and it's they're building a marketplace there. So there's so many new places coming out, and I think that's gonna cause Etsy to actually start to think more about what they're doing if we start putting the word out there about what's happening there. And we also talk about these new platforms and marketplaces that are coming out that are available. It's going to cause them to really think about their actions that they're taking on us and make a big difference and change the world in a better place.